Hi, guys. My name is Azalea Clayton, and I am Miss Las Vegas American Nation 2024. Today, I am here with Project Wellness. This is Jose Llanes, the
Hello.
president, and this is Belle Avalos. Yes. She is a new member. So go ahead, tell me a little bit about
Sure.
yourself, why you got started, why
hmm
you're so passionate about this.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I have never been very passionate about mental health, and I actually first started being passionate about mental health because of my mom's bone spur surgery. So my mom, she worked very long hours on her right foot, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And we would go to the urgent care maybe 5 or 6 times, and they would either prescribe her pain medication or tell her to do physical therapy, which obviously, that wasn't the case. It was a bone spur.
Yeah.
And a bone spur, if you guys don't know, it's literally just when your bone is growing too much, and it was literally hitting her Achilles. So you could just imagine the pain, right? So after half a dozen times, I was like, okay, mom, we're just going to go one last time. And I demanded to see an x-ray because, after a while, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, guys,
We need to do something.
we need to see, we need to see what's going on here. So they found a bone spur that was eroding my mom's Achilles, and they suggested immediate surgery. So in my frustration of, why aren't these doctors doing the job that they need to do? Why aren't these doctors doing the job that they trained to do? Um, I also saw my mom's mental health improve. So when my mom was in the process of, trying to see what happening and everything, she was in severe pain. She stopped cooking. She stopped being as passionate and happy at work. And I noticed that and I felt that. And it was very sad. And after the surgery, she was, happy. She was active. She was more of like herself. And that just made me feel so happy.
Right.
And after that, I'm like, wow, mental health is so important. And not even just having a surgery, just in general. And then I came to UNLV and I met Dan Bubb, who was our advisor for Project Wellness. And he said, hey, Jose, there's this club, Project Wellness. All of the executive board graduated. This started in 2022. This is March 2023. He goes, hey, Jose, there's this organization, Project Wellness. It's mental health. And I was like, oh, my goodness. Yes, please. I would love to be a part of this. And he goes, you're a really good leader. You know how to talk to people. You should apply for president. And I was like, sure. So I applied for president in June of 2023. And I've been president since. And our first semester of me being the president was fall 2023. And we saw a lot of people interested in mental health.
Okay.
We saw a lot of people wanting to do the trainings that we do. We saw a lot of people that were just really interested in this cause. And then the shooting happened in December. So after that, I mean, everybody needed mental health help. I mean, even if you weren't in the building, even if you weren't even in the vicinity of UNLV, it's a shocking and scary and horrible tragedy.
Because and the thing is, like, even if you weren't there that
Yeah.
day, it's like I go there.
Yes,
I
exactly.
go there all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember, I remember seeing the building after it happened. I'm like, wow, I would walk up those stairs every single day, and that's where they shot the guy, and it's like it's super surreal. So I was like, wow. So after that, we did the skills for psychological recovery training, which is what I was talking to you about. It's this trauma-based training. And
can you walk me through all the trainings
sure,
that you guys
sure,
do?
yeah. So we do 3 trainings. We do NASPA, which is the National Association of Student Peer Administrators. It's a certified peer educator training. So being a peer is someone that, just knows how to talk to people and knows how to guide people through their struggles. So for example, one of the steps that we do in that training is for a type of addiction. So if you're smoking, if you're doing drugs, if you're, an alcoholic or something, we have these plans and these steps to help you. So, and what's crazy is failure is a part of those steps, because you quit, you relapse, and you try to quit again, you relapse. That is a part of the process. That's a part of the journey. And that's what people don't understand.
Can we highlight that for a second?
Yeah,
there's no
sure.
like perfect
No.
trajectory of like
No,
I have
never.
to be this and it's just this. There's
Mhm.
always the ups and downs, and that's
Yes.
part of it, and all of it's a learning experience.
Exactly.
And the highs and the lows.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that while
It's
doing the
such a
training.
human nature
Yes,
thing. And it's
exactly.
so important to talk about.
Yes, no,
Yeah.
I totally agree. When I did that training, it really opened my eyes, because I thought the road to recovery was the road,
Yeah.
just a regular straight paved road. This is one of my analogies. But mental health and essentially everything in life, sometimes you don't have a road paved. You're going to have to go through the dark paths. You're going to have to go through, the muddy road, the dirt road.
Mhm.
And the best part about mental health, though, is that you will always come back to the paved road.
Yeah.
Always. And that's one of the trainings that we do. It's 12 hours. It's comprehensive. And I call it a jack of all trades training. It doesn't make you an expert in anything, but it really gives you a solid foundation of everything mental health. So I recommend it truly, like, to all of my members.
Mm.
And then we have a QPR, question, persuade, refer. It was founded in 1995 by Paul Quintet, and it's a 3-step process for suicide prevention. So if you come up to someone and they feel like they're, suicidal, or they want to commit suicide, or they have a plan or something, you ask, hey, do you want to commit suicide? And it's awkward, it's scary, right?
Yeah. This is
Asking
something we
someone.
talk about all the time.
Exactly. So the first step is question. And if they do have, suicidal ideations, if they do have a plan or something like that, obviously you discuss it with them. But then the second step is persuade. So you ask, do you have a plan? When you're going to do it? If they were going to do it that night, then you're going to need help immediately, right? But if it was just, I was just thinking about it, it was just on my mind, then obviously the threat level decreases.
So you're gauging the level of,
Yes.
like, are they going to do it now?
Exactly.
Later, how is it going? So then you figure out what to do next.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to really gauge, because, for example, if I meet someone on campus and they want to do it tonight, I'm walking them personally to the counseling services right now, today.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
And if they're on the phone with me, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be on the phone with them the whole night. And literally the morning later at 8 a.m. when the campus opens, we're walking there.
Yes.
So that's the persuade part, is like to not do it. And then the refer part, which I kind of went to the persuade part, but the refer part is referring to mental health experts. So our counseling and psychological services have amazing people. Dr. Emily Slife, Dr. Shonda Landis, those are all kind of like the experts. Dr. Jamie Davidson, those are amazing people, and they will treat you right. If there's one thing that I can tell you, is that there is barely any negative comments or responses from the counseling and psychological services, because that's their job. People forget, guys, we have a center in UNLV for us, not for the professors, not for the faculty, for the students. Take advantage.
Yeah,
they literally take the trainings, not the trainings, but the help is free. They literally take it out of our tuition. Guys, use it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're feeling down in the dumps and you're feeling, because let me give you an analogy real quick. It's kind of like a roller coaster, right? When something happens in your life, you start going down, right? The roller coaster. I don't want you to get help when you're already in rock bottom, because because what happens? You drop out of your classes, you start, becoming suicidal or depressed or anxious or whatever.
So overwhelming.
And now look how much energy it takes to go back. If you start right when you're going down and you go to the counselor, then you're going to go right back up, and it's going to be very fast. The road to recovery is significantly easier. So what I tell people is, guys, when you feel like you're going to go down that path, stop and find help immediately. Find help the second that you can, because then, you're not going to fail your classes. You're not going to, get in arguments with your parents. Oh, why are you getting bad grades? All that over, gone.
This is
avoidance
that we kind of touched on earlier. And it's a stigma.
Yes.
The stigma of, like, getting help. So, like, that idea of, oh, I'm getting help when I'm at the bottom was because, like, now it feels like I can't handle it anymore. Whereas we're trying to do it all alone. So, hi Val, I have a question for you. So right now we're just talking about a roller coaster and like dropping into this really deep place because we feel like we can't just go get help immediately. Like, we have to hold it all in and do it all ourselves. And there's this stigma just around getting that help until it's so overwhelming. It's too late. Now we don't know what to do, and now we need help. And at that point, it's like fighting out of the trenches to get back up. Can you talk about anything like that, experiences, any type of thing around that and that stigma?
Yeah. So what I noticed well, I'm new at UNLV, but what I noticed is that people like to hide it in a lot. Either they're like embarrassed, or they don't think they have time to worry about themselves. But finding Project Wellness really helped me, because me personally, I struggled a lot mentally and didn't really feel like I had anyone to go to. But with Jose, thankfully I met him. I found Project Wellness, and I'm able to actually talk about how I feel and how it's okay to feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's okay to just be you.
It's normal.
It is normal. It is
so
normal. And you really gotta embrace it too.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Belle.
SPR is Skills for Psychological Recovery. It actually, real psychologists and therapists actually use that training when they have patients that battle PTSD and trauma and things like that, primarily from veterans from Afghanistan and Iraq and things like that, Operation Desert Storm, Iraqi Freedom. And essentially it's a 4-hour training that gives you these techniques to essentially focus your brain on something else. It's kind of weird. So we have something called grounding techniques. So it's essentially the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can things like that.
Okay.
And what that does is essentially slows your brain down. So if you're in a crisis situation and your mind is racing, it literally psychologically, literally you're 120 miles an hour, it brings you down to 30 miles an hour.
Puts you back into your body.
Exactly.
So when you're freaking out, you're in here,
yes.
And it kind of pulls you back.
And
down.
another thing is counting from 100 to 0 by factor of 7. It's not like 5, which is easy.
Think.
It makes you think really hard. So when your brain is thinking really hard about something else, it literally distracts you in the moment. And that's also something really important. And unfortunately, we actually had to make this training mandatory after the December 2023 shooting, which is what I was telling you about, because there was a lot of students, including me, that were struggling. Like, I remember seeing all the sirens, and I remember running down, and I remember hearing the gunshots on the 3rd floor, and it was terrifying.
Yeah.
And I remember 2 days later, there was a cop car pulling up, and I didn't get in trouble or anything, but there was a cop car speeding past me on the freeway, and I froze.
Did you just?
I froze. I froze, and my whole body had goosebumps, and I was like, okay, well, something's wrong here. So I did my research that night, and I found this training, and from that, I literally sent an email the morning after, hey guys, I found this training. I feel like everybody should do it.
So you helped implement this training into this program. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was very, very proud of that moment. But what makes me more proud is the people that I've helped. If there's anything like recognition and everything, that's fine. But for me, the best part about being the president of Project Wellness is I see people making a difference and feeling better and doing better every single day.
That's so nice.
So that's what I love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see about this next question here.
Sure.
This is good. So here we go. I'm asking both of you guys this. Or you want me to ask? Who has the answers here? Before I start,
I can have the answers.
Bet. Okay, I got you, girl. I got you. So, for our next question, how can the community get involved to help further the message of Project Wellness?
Sure. So, one of the first things you can do is go to our general meetings. We're going to have our next general meeting October 30th. It's going to be in the Beam Hall, BEH 109, and it's going to be from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Okay. So that's already a really good way to get involved. But to be completely honest, I don't really care if you're in Project Wellness. I want you to do the trainings. If there's one thing that you can do to get involved, not even just in Project Wellness, but in mental health in general, is to do these trainings. The best part about Project Wellness is the NASPA training actually is $29. We're giving it to you for free. We got $9,000 from the student government here in UNLV, and part of that money was actually funding 109 NASPA trainings. So if anybody here is interested in doing the NASPA trainings,
come get that free training.
You don't need to be in Project Wellness. You don't even need to be in UNLV. Hey, listen, I'm interested in doing these NASPA trainings. Please, I would love to learn more about mental health. I will pay for you straight away.
You can help someone right now. We're going to go ahead and add in an email. Can you put an email really quick while we have that?
Yeah, sure. So my email is llanej1@unlv.nevada.edu. So email that. And my phone number, if you guys want, 702-524-7878. Text me. Hey, Jose, it's so-and-so. I want to get involved in Project Wellness or in mental health. Tell me what to do, and I will tell you what to do. And another thing that I can say is you don't even have to do the trainings, guys. Be comfortable. Be safe. Guys, this is a university. I know that literally the purpose of university is to help you better your education, get a future and stuff like that. But there's more to UNLV. There's a counseling psychological services. There's a bunch of events that are going on. There's a gym where you can go work out and make and feel better. Guys, if I can ask everyone here today in this video, call up the people you love. Text the people you love. Hug your parents a little bit tighter at night. If your friend is feeling down, ask them, hey, what's going on? That's all you need to do. You don't need to do trainings to do these types of things. Guys, everyone in our lives is temporary. Everybody has an expiration date, whether you know it or not. And the people that are around you and the people that support you and the people that love you, I want you guys to love them back. Text the people, text the friends that you haven't talked to. Hug your parents, like I said, at night. Just try to be the best version of yourself. If you can be the best version of yourself, and if someone is feeling down and you can be there for them, that's all I want for you guys. And that's why I do these trainings. That's why I'm the president, because I've seen the difference that it makes. Mental health is so important. And if we, as a university, as a community, as a planet, can focus on mental health and can focus on it's okay to not be okay. Yes. The road is going to be bumpy, guys. It's not going to be a paved road. It's going to be a bumpy road. There's going to be dark places, everything. Guys, it's a process, just like everything in life. Do you guys think that Steve Jobs or Elon Musk became billionaires overnight? No, they had 300,000 failures before then. And mental health is the same way. If you want to improve your mental health and you go to the gym and you don't like it, don't beat yourself down. Do something else. If you start journaling and it's really not helping, do something else. And if all else fails, go to a counselor. Or better yet, talk to me. I'm trained in 6 mental health trainings personally. And I love talking to people about mental health. And I'm a really good listener. I'm an active listener. So you talk to me, I go, okay, I'm sorry, things like that. It helps, guys. And sometimes all you need to do is vent. If you need to text me, hey, Jose, something happened in my life and I need someone to talk to, I will be that rock. Our club is a big rock that people can lean on. It's not a club for people to get, crazy or to have fun. We do have fun sometimes, but really we just
healthy
want
fun.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Yeah,
loving
exactly.
myself, loving
Yeah.
my friends, my community.
Sure.
Coming together, that kind of solid.
Exactly. If we could make UNLV a community where someone can come up to you and tell you that they're struggling with mental health and they can listen to you and help you and guide you, that's all I want. That's all I want, because there's so many people out there and you might not think it, but there's a lot of people like me. Trust me, guys, I have an entire club full of people just like me.
We're all the same.
And
They're
we're all
gonna
the
help.
same.
Yeah,
and we're all gonna help each other. If we could have a community, I wanna give you another analogy because I love analogies. It's kind of like a spider web. Okay, UNLV is a massive spider web. Okay, we can catch people in all types of mental health issues, but you have to get in the spider web first, right? If you're a spider and you're a fly and the spider's trying to get you, we're trying to get you. Project Wellness is trying to get you in that spider web because it's not just me. It's my friends. It's my family. It's the people that I'm close to. It's the people that I love. All those people will support you as much as I will, or even more than I will. It's human nature, guys. Yeah. It's human nature. People will have people will have bad days. People will have good days. People will have days. People will have, man, this day sucked. And that's okay. It's okay to feel mad. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry. Even as a man. Guys, if you feel like crying, let it out.
I want to take a pause right there. I want to talk about guys being able to cry. First of all, I have this strong feeling that regardless of woman, man, whatever, again, we all struggle, we all go through things, and we all feel things. We all have things going on. We need to be able to cry, to scream, to be angry, to be happy, to be all of the emotions. And I don't think anybody should be robbed of that human experience.
I agree.
And especially men in that male stigma of mental health. Can you talk about that from a male perspective?
Sure.
I know it's different.
Yeah, well, I'm actually going to bring Belle into this because my entire life, just how I was raised in a very Hispanic cultural family. My parents are Cuban, and I don't know if you guys know about anything about Hispanic culture. Mental health isn't very respected, and it's ignored. And one of the highest rates of mental health are actually Hispanic and Latin people, because if your parents don't support you, well, who else are you going to get support from, right? Those are your rocks. And I have a hard life, and I have a lot of responsibilities, and sometimes it gets really rough. And I met Belle, and she's in Project Wellness now, which is great. And I had a really bad day, and I wanted to tear up, and Belle saw that I was kind of getting there, and Belle hugged me. She's Belle. It's she said, Jose, it's okay. You can let it out. And I let it out, and I felt immensely better after that. And I apologized like 30 times after, like, oh, I'm sorry, like I'm a man, I'm not supposed to cry. And Belle was like, no, it's okay. Yes, so even me as the president of Project Wellness, I still have things I have to work on. Let me repeat that, guys.
Say it again.
I'm the president of Project Wellness, one of the biggest mental health clubs on campus, and I still struggle with mental health. I struggle with the stigmas. I struggle with what I think I can and can't do. If you're a regular person here in UNLV or in the world, it's okay, guys. It's okay. And all you have to do is just realize. When I was with Belle, I felt comfortable, and I realized that she was my rock. And I realized that I could rely on her and lean on her. And that just makes such a big difference. If you're a man and you want to cry and you want to cry with someone, I promise people won't think of you differently. If anything, if you're a man and you cry, it shows that you're a strong person. I feel like not crying and not showing emotion shows weakness. If you are a strong and a leader and just a very, well-rounded person, you should show all emotions.
You tapped into yourself.
Yeah, I tapped into myself, and it honestly, it changed my whole perspective.
Nice.
And I can give it to Belle, really.
Let's go, Belle.
Yeah, I can give it to Belle because it's
yes.
it's so amazing. And I think Belle can actually talk as well
Yeah.
about mental health and just the stigma of just being, because she's Mexican and Spanish, so she can also talk a little if she wants.
Can you talk to us about that? Yeah. Like what it's like for you within your culture? Go ahead.
So being his walls, like, no, you don't have. Huh? Oh, sorry.
Just in case.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm so sorry. Can you start that over?
No,
I just want to, just in case.
No worries. So being Hispanic, I totally agree with Jose.
Yeah.
Definitely walls, like, totally, like, not showing emotions. You kind of are to yourself a little. But again, back to the man thing. It's okay to feel. It's okay. It's human nature. We all have feelings. We all feel. We all have emotions, and it's okay because sometimes you need that burden off your heart to come out. And
do you feel like growing up in your culture, in your Latin culture, is more like hold it in, toughen up, and make things work? Because you have to kind of excel, and the only way to really excel in life is to kind of not have emotions. Is that where that comes from?
Yes, I lived like with that total mentality for a long time, and I realized finally coming over that wall, it's way easier. Life is so much easier after that.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize. Thank you for sharing with us. That was really good. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's a different perspective. It's not something that I'll necessarily know. I know that in African American, like Black culture, it's a very similar thing.
I agree.
I think it really comes from like our ancestral background and how hard it was for them to work through life here in America. And I think to get here, to deal with the struggles exactly. You have to shut down. You have to act like you don't have emotions. You have to be a complete beast and just work. And that's how you function.
And then mental health comes in.
It's passed down to us like that's not how it works. You can't do it. And then we're like, well, we can't survive. Like we're drowning. What do we do? And so now we're trying to find our mental health and this, that, next, and it makes it actually so much easier and better for us to navigate the world. And I'm happy that we can talk about that because I'm in the same age group as you guys, and I'm going through it too. And that's why I wanted to have this conversation, because I do feel like it's very hard for our type of communities to get into that idea of mental health.
To tap into that space. I agree.
Yes. Can you guys tell me what your next events are?
Yeah, sure. So we have our next event is our second general meeting.
Okay.
And then right after our second general meeting, the date is not confirmed yet, but we'll have a movie night. We're gonna watch Inside Out 2.
Oh, that sounds so
fun! Which is, it's stereotypical because it's, it's about mental stuff. Exactly. It makes sense. Yeah, we actually watched the first Inside Out. Not our club, but another club, AMSA. We watched Inside Out, and I did a presentation. It was awesome.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna do Inside Out 2. But if you guys ever want to know any of our events, just go to projectwellnessunlv.org, and our website has everything. It has all of our executive board. If you need to get in contact with us, all you got to do is put your email, your name, and what you need help on. For example, I can give you an example. Email blah 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 @gmail.com. First name John Doe. And hey, my dog just passed away and I need someone to talk to. Thank you so much. Send. That will go straight to my email, and in less than 24 hours, I guarantee you I will respond. And I will set a video call. I will set an in-person call, or whatever you need to do. And if I'm busy and I'm overworked, I'm going to send it to all of our other wonderful executive board. Even Belle can talk to you if you want to. Honestly, it's just who you're comfortable with. If you're more comfortable with a woman, if you're more comfortable with a man, if you're more comfortable with me, it doesn't matter, because we'll make it work. And that's the best part of the website, is it's just our way to reach out and our way to interact with other people. So like I said, if you guys want to reach out, projectwellnessunlv.org. It's going to be the first one that pops up because we get a lot of clicks, which is awesome.
There you go.
So yeah, if you guys, we're going to post all of our events there. I'm pretty sure all our general meetings are posted there as well. I'm pretty sure I just got to update the room, but that's it. If you guys ever need help, I'm here. If no one in this world cares, I care. And that's not just me saying that. I really do. Everybody here that's struggling, I care. All of the people that are in Project Wellness care. And all the counselors that are here in UNLV care. If you feel like you're alone in this world, and I felt like I was alone in this world, surrounded by a lot of people, there's always someone to help. There's always someone to reach a helping hand. Always. don't think that you're alone. You can get through this together with other people, and you can beat it. You can beat it. It's going to be a tough road, and I promise you, there's going to be ups and downs, and you're going to beat yourself up. You're going to think you can't do it, but there's always, guys, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. The tunnel might be long, the tunnel might be scary, but the second that you see that little sliver of light, you're going to run, and that's what you want. So, yeah.
Thank you so much
Of
for
course.
your message. That was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Jose. Thank you, Belle. This has been Project Wellness at UNLV. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.